Hey everybody, I am back with another fun project to do a little bit of recycling. And it's also a way to get a camp favorite in. So, what we're gonna do is, you know those plastic takeout containers, or you might get them in the grocery store with like the baked goods in them. They're harder plastic. Those actually are the same type of plastic that our Shrinky Dink paper is made out of. And the way you know that is if you look at them. Can you see that little recycle sign? Look at that, and if it says number 6 in the middle, that's the right type of plastic. Only number 6 works like this, so make sure you check what your boxes say. So, if you've got a takeout container like that, you want to make sure it's clean and dry. If it had any labels on it, take those labels off. And you might need to soak them for a little bit to be able to get all the glue off, but you want to make sure they're clean and dry. And then I'm just going to take and cut this off so I have a nice flat spot to work with. So you cut that. Apart. Okay, just gonna get rid of that for the time being. And now I have a nice flat bit of plastic to work with. So remember from camp, your Shrinky Dinks shrink down. So you're gonna wanna make whatever your design is bigger than that. And it's really fun because at home you can take like your favorite book and trace a character out of it, or you can, take a magazine and trace some lettering, or you can come up with your own design. It's totally up to you. So this book has this nice pretty tree, so I'm just gonna take and trace 1 or 2 of those flowers really quick. And I'm using Sharpie, but you can also use colored pencil. You just need to make sure you sand your surface first if you're using colored pencil. But you can take it, you can trace your design. Okay, and there you got it. So gray Sharpie doesn't show up super well, but I can see it good enough. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut out around that, but I'm going to leave myself some space because you don't want to go super close to the edges of your picture. And as much as possible, you want to have kind of a nice smooth edge. If you have any sort of jagged edges, they will be a little sharp. So I've got my design cut out. I've got a couple little sharp spots, so I'm just going to take a nail file actually. And hit those sharp spots so that they're nice and smooth. I don't want anything too pokey. And then I'm going to go back, just going to set it down on a piece of white paper so I can see my design better, and go and add some color to it. So, I've got my design colored in. You can see it a little better now. And now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take a hole punch and I'm going to make a hole, close to the edge, but a little bit in. And then I'm going to bake it. So you want to put it in the oven on aluminum foil. So Make sure whatever pan you're using you cover with aluminum foil. And you bake it at about 300 degrees, and it only takes about 3 minutes if your oven's nice and hot. So bake it, and then we're gonna come back and I'll show you it all shrunk. But then it's perfect to put on earrings or on a keychain, and you've got your own Shrinky Dinks at home. So it came out of the oven, and you can see from where I cut it out, it was that big, and now it's that big. So it shrank down quite a lot. But there's my friend Shrinky Dink. I'm just gonna take and put it on my keys. That'd be a good little keychain to add to the collection. There it is with the others.